What's up, everyone? My name is BeauTeekay and this is my first YouTube video. I'm very excited to get started. So what we're gonna do here is do a little bit of makeup and just kind of chit chat, and this is going to be my first video and my first get ready with me, where we're going to do a simple soft glam and just chit chat about what this channel is going to be about. So if that sounds something interesting to you, if it seems like something that you'd be interested in learning from, stay tuned. And cue theme song. First and foremost, we're going to get started with some primer. And for our primer, we're going to be using the Believe Beauty Pretty and Primed Hydrating Primer. So there it is. I don't know if you can see it, but there it is. And we're just going to prime the face with that. Now that our face is nice and primed, we are going to put on our foundation. For my foundation, I'm going to be using the CoverGirl True Blend in D90. This is the matte made formula. We're going to be using a damp Real Techniques face sponge with the Believe Beauty Setting Primer. Oh, I'm sorry, the Believe Beauty Makeup Perfecting Setting Spray. Okay. And then let's just go ahead and start with our foundation and blending that out. The reason I started my channel was because I felt like there was not enough really black beauty boys on YouTube. Every single time that I wanted to do a tutorial for someone who looked like me, I couldn't find much of anything. Not to say that there aren't any amazing boys in beauty out there, but I just didn't feel like there were like a lot, especially not with people whose complexion was as deep as mine. I wanted to like sort of fill that void, especially in COVID times where we look at a lot of social media, more social media than I've ever looked at one point in time. And you know, I kept seeing like a lot of people saying like, be the change that you want to see, and I figured like, I guess this is now that time to do that. I'm slightly nervous, but more so excited for what this channel could represent. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that I want to say, and there's a lot of things that I want to do, and I think that YouTube would be the perfect platform to do that. Go ahead, skin. My skin in the viewfinder is actually looking really good, so I'm really excited because what I'm looking at in the mirror and what I'm looking at in the viewfinder looks really good right now. Next, we're going to be highlighting, and for highlight, I'm going to be using the Pure Cosmetics 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Foundation. I am in shade DPP2. We're just going to brighten up just a little bit underneath our eyes. Yeah, it works wonderfully as a concealer, and I put a little bit too much on, but that's okay because that's what blending is for. Oh yeah, it's turning out pretty okay. And then of course a little bit right here on my forehead and down the bridge of my nose and on the very tip. And we're just going to take a small beauty sponge, a small damp beauty sponge, and we're going to blend that highlight right on out. Brighten up those under eyes and that cheek really well. And so far, so good. Next, we're going to contour, and for contour, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Contour and Bronzer Cream, the Tan Tour, I think it's what it was. So I'm going to be using the shade Rich. Alright, so we'll just load our little brush up, and this is not a contouring brush whatsoever, but it's kind of the one that I use because it's easiest for me. So just gonna put that along the edge of our forehead and then down the bridge of our nose. Not the bridge of our nose, but down the sides of our nose. And that's a little bit thicker than I usually like it, but we're going to work with that. And then right under here, I like to lay it pretty thick. Now that that's on there, we're going to blend that out with just a regular foundation brush. And this is just the Believe Beauty foundation brush, nothing. And we're just gonna blend that on in and around the edges. I always feel like these two, my contour shade and my highlight shade, are competing for the spotlight most of the time, because one is more cool based and one is more warm based, but I kind of like the way that they look together. I kind of like that battle that they have. Also, I have a beard, so like my contour is always a little bit more, I guess, easier to conceal. And then we blend that edge out. Perfect. And then when it comes to our nose contour, we're going to use that small beauty blender again and just press it in, not smear it, because we want it all to blend really nicely. But I'm just going to press that in, and boom, we have a nose contour. So let's see, my highlight's done, my contour is done, my essential base is already done, and I think that looks pretty good. Next, we're going to set all of this, so let's get to setting. And to set my face, we're going to be using the Believe Beauty Matte Blur Set Powder. Is that what it's called? Let me make sure. Believe Beauty Matte Blur Loose Powder. Also, we're going to use that on a Believe Beauty powder brush. And this should be really interesting because I am wearing white like a ridiculous person. And then just lightly set that into place. We're not blurring, we're just tapping it in for now. And that will set all of our highlights. Just tap it in. Yeah, my skin's looking really good. Today we're going to do a soft glam look. I said that at the beginning of the video. I think if I didn't, I'm saying it now. I'm saying it now. I'm saying it now. Usually my makeup looks are very colorful, very vibrant, which is kind of my aesthetic, if you will. And to set my face, I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Glow Splendor Ultra Matte Bronzer in shade Deep Dark. So it looks just like this, and mine's kind of dirty, but deal with it. Alright, and then we will grab our powder, tap off the excess, and just set that contour. That's looking like I want it to look. Yeah, I used bronzer to set my contour, and I don't know if that's the proper way to do it, but that's the way that I like to do it. That's the way I am accustomed to doing it. Just set all of that into place, and then sweeping motion to blend out our edges. Get that nose. I'm surprised that all that powder just went down the way it was supposed to without ruining my shirt. At least not on camera. No, I didn't ruin my white shirt. I'm very proud of myself. Alright. So now that that part's done, our face is highlighted, contoured. I'm going to just go ahead and throw in a setting spray. I don't know which one I'm going to use. Alright, let's go with Wet n Wild Natural Finish Setting Spray. And set all of this into place. And why am I talking? I just tasted it. We're going to let that dry, and then we're going to go on to eyes. So let's get into the eyes. I'm going to go ahead and carve out my brows and prime my eyes. I'm going to first bring the camera in a little bit, and then I'm going to prime my eyes and get them ready for eyeshadow. And to prime them, I use the You're Covered Liquid Concealer by Believe Beauty right underneath my brow. And then on the lid, I use the Lock It In eyeshadow, also from Believe Beauty, in shade Universal. Now that I've brought you in, done my brows, and primed my lids, let's get some eyeshadow ready. What eyeshadow palette shall I use today? Did I say soft glam? No, I didn't. Okay. Yes, I did. Yes, I did? I don't know, let's see. I'm feeling colorful. I don't know. I literally just changed my mind. Okay. We can do soft glam. We can still do soft glam. It's no biggie. We're gonna do soft glam. Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I grabbed my Anastasia Beverly Hills Amberizi palette, and it looks like really used, and I just dropped my, oh, don't look at my makeup desk. Don't look at my makeup desk. We're still doing soft glam, even though I kind of wanted to use this.
It's fine.
I said at the beginning of the video we're going to do soft glam, so damn it, we're doing soft glam today. Okay, we're going to first start by dipping into the color You Go and putting it in our crease with the given brush that comes inside of the palette. We're going to use the more condensed packer side, and we're going to just put that right on in our crease. We're going to use the color You Go. You Go. No, You Go. Pack that color. Oh, it's so pretty. Soft glam is subjective, no? Okay. I usually like very vibrant and colorful colors on my eyes, especially as of late. So we're gonna make a V. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing there, but we're not swiping, we're not circulating. We're just packing that color and making a V on our outside, and then all up in the crease. It's really funny because I'm not a professional makeup artist. I'm just kind of somebody who likes to play in makeup. Cool. And just to save time, I'm going to do one eye on camera and then one eye off of camera, because this is supposed to be a get ready with me, but this is really turning into a soft glam tutorial, best of my ability. I don't know. It's my first video. We'll know by the time that I've edited what it's going to look like.
Booty hole.
Doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to smoke this out and we're going to add some more colors and blend a little bit later. I just want to make sure that the actual concentration of the color is right there where the crease is supposed to be. Without adding any more, I'm just creating that kind of an eye shape. If that's, can you see that on camera? I want to make a rounded eye shape like that. Alright, now that color's stamped in, we're going to brush off the excess of whatever color that was on that brush. And then we're going to dip into the color 1988, which is this brown color right here. And we're going to take the fluffier side. We're going to dip into there, tap off the excess, and then we're going to blend on top of that color. So literally halfway on top of that color with the fluffy side of this brush. And we're just going to smoke that color on out. In small circular motions, take your time. It's not a race, it's makeup. And just going in a circular motion, make sure those colors marry nicely together. Alright, so we're going to make circles and then swipe back and forth. Okay, so you see how it's deepening that color? If you feel like you're losing too much color, then you can always go back and put more in, but I don't feel like that's happening with me. I feel like the effect that I want it to happen is actually happening. For once in my... I don't have the rights to that song. And then once you feel like it's done, just tap off all the excess that you have, and then just make a swiping motion on those two colors to make sure they're good and blended. That's perfect. Oh, okay. How about we take a little bit of that, whatever's left over, and just kind of sort of blend them into the nose, just like that. I'm liking that. Yeah, I like that a lot. Alright, now that we got that color that we like, and they're married pretty nicely together, I'm going to take one last shade, and I'm torn between New Yorker and OG. But I think we can just blend those two colors actually. So you're just going to take a fluffy brush. We're going to blend New Yorker and OG together on a tinier fluffy brush. And we're going to put that right underneath our brow bone. Just take you whatever fluffy brush you want and tap it into those two. There's a lot of kick up in the pan, but I don't mind that. So you just take those two colors, blend them together, and then very slightly put those right underneath the brow bone. Oh, that's really pretty. Now we're going to cut our crease. And if you don't know how to cut a crease, neither do I for real. But what I do is that I just take my whatever concealer that I have. What I'm going to do is take my Believe Beauty You're Covered concealer right here. And this is in the shade Light Beige. And I'm going to put it at the very center of my lash line. Just like this. And then look up. And that line right there, that's where we're going to start cutting it. So I'm going to do that part off camera. and show you what shape we're going to make. And I will be right on back. I came back in, I turned the camera back on in the middle of me doing my cut crease because I use a really tight brush to get that. And that just helps you clean up your lines really. This is not a soft glam. This is not a soft glam look anymore. I don't know what happened. I'm just using neutral colors, but this is going to be a full glam look. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what I use to actually shape out, what kind of brush I use to actually shape out my cut crease. But I need to hurry up before this dries down and I end up looking like I put oatmeal on my eyes. So be right back. Okay, now that that has dried and our crease is cut, we need to figure out what we're going to put on top. Let's go with Gorgina, which is right here. And we're going to put that all over everything we just cut. No, not all over. Just in the middle. Okay, so just in the middle of what we just cut. And for that, I'm going to be using the Studio Selection Blending Eyeshadow Brush. So we're going to load up Gorgina on our brush. So we're going to pack our brush, and we're not going to knock off the excess because we're not swiping it. We're just going to pack it onto the lid in the very inner parts of the cut crease. There's a little bit of fallout, but for the most part, it looks really good. He talking about some soft glam. One thing that I learned in this video is that we don't know how to do soft glam yet. Alright, so we took that all the way to the middle, which is perfectly fine. I like the way that looks. Alright, so we're going to take the same brush and then we're going to take BeauTeekay, which is this shade right here. And we're going to slowly tap it on this very outer portion, like right here. Just right there. Just to deepen that part up just a little bit. Leaving that little gap right there. So we're going to take a clean blending brush and we're going to take that black and just swipe it into that Gorgina color. So without dipping, we're just going to take that black that's already there and just start swiping it on over to make that color blend really nicely. Next, I'm going to take the Revlon Color Stay Cream Eyeshadow in shade 760 Earl Grey. And right where I cut that crease, I'm just going to put an accent line there. It comes with a little makeup brush in the lid, but I'm not going to use that. We're going to use a regular liner brush instead. Oh no. This is not turning out how I wanted it to. Oh no. We can fix this, we can fix this. Let's clean up the brush.
It's fine.
It was meant to be a thinner line than this, but I'm kind of liking this silver and copper look. Alright. Okay, so it got a little bit intense. I don't know when to stop recording. This is my first time, but we're gonna post this today anyway. Anyhow, so I took the Revlon and it was supposed to just simply line, like put an accent line between where the cut crease was, but it kind of got really thick. And then I ended up putting it in my inner corner, but I'm kind of living for it. So let's continue. I'm gonna bring the camera back in. I really like this color combination. I'm now going to just take a little bit of that same color Gemini on a small brush, the same black color that we put right here in this inner corner, and I'm gonna put it right in between those two colors just to give a little bit of separation. I feel like this look is pretty much already on team too much, so we're going to wrap this up right where it's at because I'm kind of liking where it is, and I'm fearful if I do too much then it's going to be crazy. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera, and then we're going to throw on some liner and some lashes and then get back with the rest of the face. Bam! Okay, so I just finished the other eye off camera, and then I put on a liner and I put on a lash, and the lash that I used was just some Kiss Mink Effects collection in the style Countess. And now we're gonna move on to the lips. I love how this was supposed to be a soft glam look at the very beginning, and it turned into cut crease, kind of sort of graphic, copper and silver. This
booty hole.
So I'm gonna throw on some highlighter, and this is just from the See My Do highlighter. It's just something that I saw on Amazon. It has 4 colors, and actually no, this was gifted to me by a friend of mine. And I'm gonna take this color right here, this really coppery color, and we're going to highlight right there. Oh yeah, that's pretty. And go ahead and do the other side. Alright, we're going to put a little bit of highlighter down the bridge of our nose. On the very tip. With that same color. Oh yeah, that's snatched. That's snatched. And then I'm going to keep it low. So now I'm going to line my lips with a dark brown lip liner. This one's from Black Opal. And we're going to do a heavy, heavy, heavy line. So I line my lips pretty thick, and then I'm going to put from the Amazon brand See My Do, and this is in shade 06, and I'm going to put this taupey. This is really fun. You want to get yourself a nice little gradient there. And then once that dries, we're going to top it with a lip gloss. Even though I went with a really glittery eye, I would usually do a more muted lip, but we have done all types of things that we weren't planning on doing today. So next we're going to take the Wet n Wild Color Icon Lip Gloss. This was from their Zodiac collection, and this is in shade Virgo. And we're going to put that right on top. Oh, that's really pretty. Well, that is the final look, and that is my first YouTube video. Soft glam, not so much, but cute. Yes, yeah, so thank you for being here if you stayed for this long. This is a little bit of a chaotic first video, but I wanted to make sure that I actually did it and got it out there. So if you like this content, if you like this makeup look, if you like me, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe below. And let me know what kind of videos you guys would like to see in the future. Make sure that you give this a huge thumbs up and join the BeauTeekay family. That sounds really weird. Wow, the BeauTeekay family. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I guess I'll just see you guys in the next one. Cue the outro. Dun 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 dun.